Hello everybody, this is Chief Meteorologist Andrew Pinero here with the 6-month review of the 2024 Tesla Model Y. I've had it through the winter, or through most of the winter, through the snow, so I have a really good handling, pun intended, of the car itself. So, this video is going to be a 6-month review on the 2024 Tesla Model Y. And now, through this video, I'm going to take you through all the reasons why I really like the Tesla Model Y. So let's get to it. Alright, so now onto the driving portion of the review. Now, this is going to be mostly a comparison of 3 different vehicles. The Model Y, the Tesla Model 3, and the Subaru WRX. Is this scene, and also going way back, my 1996 Jeep Cherokee. So this feels like a very interesting combination of all of these vehicles. So in terms of the Jeep, an SUV, this is an SUV. So for driving, the Jeep, it felt very loosey-goosey. You go around a turn, it's like this. I can really hammer the turn there. And it goes. It goes and it sticks. It's planted. The Jeep, the Cherokee, 30 years ago, it was loosey-goosey. Now, the WRX was also very, very tight with the suspension. It was also a very comfortable ride. Now, the Model 3 was tight with the suspension, but a little bit too tight. It was a little bumpy. And now, let's do a little highway pull here. Ooh, there's no one behind. So we're going to do a full 0 to 60 here. All right, and here we go. It still pulls. Now, interestingly, it does pull quite hard still because it is electric. The sound it makes, it's really cool. I love the sound it makes. You only hear it when it's under like that full acceleration. Now, this is not as fast as the Model 3. I had a Model 3 2020, Model 3 long range, and I did buy it used, and that's how I got it with the full self-drive in it and the acceleration boost. Now, that acceleration boost said 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds, so that was quick. My WRX, for reference, with a $2,000 Stage 2 Turbo back kit, did 0 to 60 in about 4.5, 4.8 seconds. I never got an exact thing, but right around the mid to upper 4s. This, right now, does not have the acceleration boost, but it does do 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds. So a 4,400 pound car, that's the weight of this, plus the driver, so like 45, let's say 4,700 pounds is doing 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds at the moment, compared to a 3,200 pound car, the WRX, which did 0 to 60 also in, say, 4.8. Now, what's very interesting is I can buy a software upgrade for this. The software upgrade is called the Acceleration Boost. So the Acceleration Boost basically downloads 100 extra horsepower and brings the 0 to 60 time down to 4.2 seconds. So that is quicker than the WRX, almost as quick as the Model 3, which is also just crazy that you can just download 100 horsepower. And even quick little turns like that, it works really well. Will I get the acceleration boost? Probably, because that actually will increase the value of the car later on for trade-in. I know I just got the car, but planning down the road. The 0 to 30 is actually the same when they've mapped this out on dynos. There's people that have done it on a dyno before they bought the boost and after they bought the boost. The 0 to 30 is about the same, but then from about 30 on, it pulls harder than 0 to 30, which is really interesting. And that is something I have also felt in the Model 3. All right, so now back on the highway, we're just cruising. I have the full self-drive enabled. It's very smooth. Yes, you should keep your hands on the wheel, except if you have the new one, because then the new one, it doesn't say hands-free, but as long as you're paying attention, you don't have to keep your hands on the wheel. You kind of just sit around like this, and it will drive itself. But on the highway, this feels so much smoother than my Model 3. Pretty much anywhere, side roads, highways, off-road, this feels much smoother. The biggest issue I always had with the Model 3 was actually speed bumps. The suspension was very tight, which is a good and a bad thing. It was good because it's very sporty, but then it's bad because over bumps like a speed bump, it didn't handle well. Also, I would bottom out on some speed bumps. Because this is an SUV, this has a few more inches of ground clearance. And here's an example with the weight. We're going to accelerate through this turn, and this thing just sticks. So much weight down low, it keeps the center of gravity really down low. Now, I'm going about 30 miles an hour down a little road here. The sound is also really interesting. This has double paned windows, so it blocks out a lot more of the sound. There's also a lot more carpeting inside. So before with the Model 3, whenever I would talk or listen to music, it would sound echoey, like it would reverberate. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's not good. In here, I still get that a little bit, but it sounds so much quieter now, which is really cool. So overall, with the riding review, this is a more comfortable car than I've had with the Model 3. And that is also partially because of the tires. So I went with the long range versus the performance. I did ride the Model Y Performance. It does have 21-inch rims versus 19-inch rims. The smaller your rim, the thicker the tire. So usually that means a smaller rim is going to have a more comfortable ride. Those 21-inch wheels, they weren't bad. They were just a little bit more harsh than this, but you can feel it. So this is a very comfortable ride. It's a very quiet ride. It also is very zippy for an SUV, and it has all the features of an SUV that you would think of, especially with a hatchback. All right, let's see how the car does in the snowy conditions. Editing Andrew here. I totally forgot to give an opinion piece on the traction with the tires, and overall, very good. The Tesla all-wheel drive system seems to work really well. That little slip you saw there was very quickly corrected, and that back left or back driver's side wheel on every car slips going up that particular hill. So it caught itself very quickly. So those tires, which also are about $500 a piece tires from what I looked up. So whenever I need to get those replaced, oh boy. But traction is really good. The all-wheel drive system is really good because using the electric motors, it's very quick to react. And I will have a teaser, a video coming up that's going to be comparing the Subaru all-wheel drive system to the Tesla all-wheel drive system. All right, so back in the garage here. I hope you all enjoyed that video.
The 2024 Tesla Model Y is a great vehicle. If you are looking into electric, specifically electric crossover kind of SUV, but not the big SUV, this is the SUV to get. It is the #1 selling electric vehicle and the #1 selling vehicle in general for 2024 in the US. It's got the highest ratings from the Highway Institute. You really can't flip this car, even if they tried. It takes a lot more than that to try and flip this car. So this is a very safe vehicle. And overall, I am very happy with my purchase. And I'm also happy with the idea for the full self-drive of the $100 a month, so I can choose which month I want the full self-drive. So I don't always need it, especially right now in the winter. I am not riding the LiveWire, so that stays here, so I don't have to move one vehicle trying to get to another. So I don't need that right now, so that works for me. All right, so that's going to be a wrap for this video, everybody. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll have more regular full charge Thursday videos coming out this year as I get back into the regular routines like we did before the COVID times in the 2018-2019 time frame. So if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button below and then the little bell icon right next to that so you get notified whenever I upload videos like this or do go live. So it looks like I'm going to try and go live every other week, so that gives me time to make these full charge Thursdays, and it's giving me time to relax with the family as well. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Please stay safe out there. Again, this is Chief Meteorologist Andrew Pinero. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.